What is it?
What's up? With that fence right, dismal boobers. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. How you doing, man?
Mm, strange day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't want to go all into it right now, but yeah, it was strange. Good shit, bad shit, kind of equaled out. Now it's just blah.
Just blah. Right. Rock on. Yeah. Ranger wants outside. Let me go let him out real quick.
All right.
Yes. You get your belly full. You get your belly full.
What's up, Diesel?
All right. I'll be right back. Hey, what's
Okay.
up?
Hey, Zoom, I sent you a link in Whispers on Twitch. I think you like the video. Are you doing it like acupuncture style?
Oh, I tell you what, man. Yeah, it turned out to be a good day. It was nice. It was actually warm here. Got up in low 60s.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
50 here today.
yeah. I talked to one of my boys today, and oh yeah, bee venom therapy, huh?
Yeah, it says
Oh,
comes in capsules.
mhm,
Interesting.
yeah. Pair
I've
that
seen
up with some turmeric, and you'll be jamming. Yep.
I've seen people do the bee sting therapy.
So that's
Which
generally for arthritis and stuff, though.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and for some people it works wonders.
Hmm. It's a little intimidating, being stung by a bee, though. Oh man, welcome in, Washburn Billy. Uh,
Yeah, Diesel. They you can go to clinics and get this done by an acupuncturist or punctuary, whatever you want to call them.
Danny Carey.
And
assault after airport's back. You guys ready to feel old?
they'll take a bunch of bees and they'll do them one by one.
mhm.
They pick them up with a pair of tweezers and they just hold you know the rear end of the bee over the site that needs to be stung, and they just rub it up against your skin a couple of times until the fucking needle goes to town.
Right, and then they make sure that it stings them completely.
Yeah. And the thing is with honeybees, I'm pretty sure once they sting, they die.
Yep.
So you got to keep breeding them. It's like I remember back when I worked at the gas station, I got stung by a yellow jacket when I was taking trash out to the dumpster. And yeah, it's the initial, little sting of a wasp. It's nothing too crazy. It was like, yow, just like a sharp pinch. And then like 3 minutes later, all the arthritis in my shoulder where it got hit went away. It was like taking
Yeah.
a cortisone shot. It felt
Yes, very
my
much
arm
so.
felt great for like 3 days.
Yep. Yep. If you do it once a week for like a month or so, it'll get rid of it completely, from what they say. What are you doing, princess? What are you doing? Taking your buddy. That's your bed, buddy. Go put it back. Go put it back in the bed. She's so good. She's turning out to be such a cool dog.
Cool.
Princess, the young princess.
Mhm.
She loves her crate and she loves her bed buddy. She's carrying it around now, back and forth, like her best friend.
Now, question for you, because I haven't started a stream up in a while. What would you rather prefer the Twitch stream to go out on? Would you like it on the Wizard of Osmo channel or the game channel?
The game. The
Okay.
game.
Oh, I have to remember that because we're on.
The Wizard of Osmo.
Yeah. You want me to change it?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Yeah, I
switch
can
up.
do that.
Okay.
All right. Anybody that's watching on Twitch, I'm going to switch to the other Twitch channel, so give it a couple of seconds. This one's going to shut down, and then you'll see a notification for the game stream on Twitch. So
I think I'm not sure why it's allowing us to do both of them now. Maybe they updated things at StreamYard, so it's leaving both the channels up there. I found that out the other day. Don started up both the Twitch channels at the same time. I was like, "Whoa! I didn't know that could happen."
all right, it should come up in a couple of seconds there. What's up, Wild Bill?
Hey! Hell yeah! Yeah, we had really good turnout last night. Had a good show last night too.
I don't even remember if I was here last night. That's how fucked up I was. Tired. Honestly.
You were here at the beginning a little bit in chat. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I didn't drink nothing yesterday. I smoked a bowl like early, right as soon as I got home, and that was it. Like my body said, time to go to bed.
Is that something you typed in, Bill? It says comments for this user denied.
Yeah, he's just funning.
Oh, okay.
We used to do that all the time. Like asshole mod at YouTube would, deny this message or some shit like that. Hey, what's up, Smouse?
Hey. Now. But yeah, no, that bee thing, that's been around for a while now.
Yep. I told my father about it because he was dealing with real bad arthritis, and he's like, I don't know, man, that sounds kind of fucked up.
Right.
Like, I think in his mind, he was imagining like you just walk around like an enclosed room with a beehive and let the bees sting you everywhere. And I'm like, no, it's not like that.
Hey, Zoom. Oh, we just switched out channels, Zoom. That's all.
Yep.
The game has got all the monetization on it and everything. They can do the follow and the subscribe and the bits and all that. Ugh.
Welcome in, Bill.
Don't worry about it, Washburn. We can't do everything about everybody. We do the best we can, but sometimes some of those things get in under the radar. So, yeah, don't trip on it. What's going on, Bill?
Oh, I thought everything had turned into a war zone. I started hearing explosions. I'm like, what the hell? Start looking out my.
Dogs went crazy.
Did you hear those puppies? Did you hear those puppies? Yes.
Yeah. But Prince and Princess are coming along.
These were good watchdogs.
Hey, Seabird.
Seabird, how you doing? So, you were saying?
Oh, anyway, some kind of fireworks show. I have no idea what it was for. I just I saw all the flashes of colored lights and everything, and I'm like, man. And the dogs were going nuts, and it was just totally out of season. I have no idea what this fireworks show was about, but I'm sure it was a city sponsored one.
Oh, wow.
Have no idea. I mean, I don't know what it could be for. Maybe it's like something I'm not aware of.
Right. Well, but thank goodness it wasn't war. Right?
Yeah. You were talking
Seabird
about
says turkey shoot.
PTSD, loud noises coming out of nowhere. Yeah, definitely it was very disturbing to me.
Right, right.
Did not expect it.
That happened today?
Yep. No leaflet on my door about it or anything. Have no idea.
Now, what happened the other night? You took off. You said you had some bad news. Is everything okay?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
Fair enough.
All right. But yeah, had a
Just don't want to bring everybody down on things.
right, right.
But thanks for asking.
Mm-hmm. No problem.
Oh, all right. Oh shit. Got to plug in my phone. 1% remaining.
Don't you hate that?
Yeah. Most of the time I don't let it get down that low though.
I'm going to have to go and come back. I'll come back in a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
See you. What's up, Valentine?
Welcome in, Valentine. Welcome in, Huckleberry.
I don't see Huck.
Yeah, I know she's there. Oh man. Yeah, there we go. Hey, what's up, Washburn?
Hey guys, I apologize for the other night telling you about this guy Jay Dyer, which I thought was just a cat's ass because the video actually was. And then I do a little more research, and it turns out that he is of a religious sect, and I'm not so keen on that. But that video I was telling you of was great because it was everything I've been hearing for the last 2 years. But his theology is completely wrong, and I just wanted to make sure that you guys understood that before you actually looked into him.
Well, yeah, I looked at it,
Well,
but
and
it's all tongue in cheek. You know, there are things that people put out that are good, and there's things that people put out that are not so good, and then there's things that are just wrong. But yeah, but like my grandpa used to say, a broken clock's even right twice a day. You know. Yeah.
I apologize, brother. Everything you said was garbled. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that better? Is that better?
No, not yet.
He's got severe lag then.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You might want to refresh. Might want to restart.
Should I
restart your connection? Yeah.
Okay, will do. Thanks.
Yep. Yeah. Good to see you, Valentine. Man, I tell you what. No aircraft in the air. Huh. Seabird said she went to Fort Bragg the other day.
Yeah, they just might have had a base stand down for maintenance and shit. They do that sometimes.
Oh man. So we're looking at tomorrow's going to be like 62. Wednesday's going to be 69.
Tick 69.
Tomorrow 62. Wednesday 69. Thursday 54. So we're in the 50s and 60s for the rest of the week. Shit, Christmas Day's looking like it's going to be like 50 degrees, 55 around here. So no snow in the forecast.
Where'd Bill go?
He had to take care of something.
Uh,
He said he'd be back later.
hello, Canoes. I haven't met you yet, actually.
What's up?
I've seen her around, but I'm kind of brand new around here, and
Yeah. I think we've been on panel together, but with like lots of other people. So, shit
well,
gets crazy. And,
you get it.
Yeah.
Hey,
It does.
fire in the
It
ball.
gets like that.
Fire in the ball.
Fire.
You've been live while I was in chat, I think. That's what I'm trying to say. But
Kick that goat. Ugh. Thursday is going to be 55 degrees in the land of Oz. That's what's on Thursday. Oh, man. Oh, excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. Not really feeling tired, but boy, that yawn came from somewhere.
I think it's supposed to roll up.
Rock on.
I think it's supposed to warm up here around 8 degrees in the next 2 days, so I'll take it. Did you guys hear about Venezuela?
Nothing lately.
How they got hacked? All their vaccine passport information was just deleted.
Mhm.
No shit, they got hacked, huh?
Oh yeah, it's toast. It's all gone. So now what the hell are they gonna do?
Have a civil war. No,
Well,
seriously,
I
shit's been
think
brewing over
I
there
think
for
that
ever since what's his name died.
well, I think that's gonna be everywhere. But I'm not trying to bring doom on everybody, but it's either time to stand up or follow along, one of the two.
What are you doing? You're doing
I bet you
underground.
the Israelis were behind the hack.
I think it's funny as shit.
Honestly, I couldn't care less about anything that comes out of Venezuela.
Well, I'm just saying that it's news because it happened, and they are like one of the worst ones ever on implementing this lockdown shit and jab stuff, and they did this. So I don't know. Just curious on your thoughts on that one. That's why I need Bill here. He would have he'd have something to say about that.
Right? Well, yeah, I don't really give much thought to Venezuela, to be honest with you. I don't know. Really doesn't seem like it's that relevant to our situation. Now, if the CDC got hacked and they lost all their stuff, I'd be laughing my ass off.
Oh, it's going to be relevant here shortly. Because if you don't think that they're going to try to implement the same crap they're doing down there here, I'm not sure if we're going to agree on much of anything.
We're not going to follow along with a third world country down in South America as far as any kind of policy goes. That's not going to happen.
Well, I agree with that to a point, but now look at your dollar and what they're doing with it. And look at what they did in Venezuela, what, 4 or 5 years ago with their dollar?
That's because
it's the same
they had
exact
a complete socialist government, man.
Right. Besides, their currency is not the standard, and it has never been the standard, and it never will be. Yeah.
That's what happens when you nationalize your oil business.
Right.
Good point. Good point.
Welcome back.
Hey, Bill.
Okay, commotion kind of died down a little bit now. How's it going, Washburn?
Doing well, brother. Doing well. How are you?
Good, thanks. Good as could be expected, right?
Well, been kind of not feeling the best last couple of days, but I wanted to come and warn the folks that I told to look up person, and come to find out that person is not who I thought they were. So I had to come and say, hello, you might want to stay away from that person.
Oh,
So that's why I'm here.
I don't know who that person might be, but
Well, good. Then you don't have to worry about him.
then again, I might.
There's a guy named Jay Dyer. He has a great video about what we're actually talking about right now in the chat or, on live. But that video is 2.5 hours long. But once you get past that and then you go to his theology, it's completely sideways. It just makes no sense. So that's why I had to come back and say, watch out, because you should not follow anything this guy says outside of what he said on that video.
Well,
Wow. Trump saying that the Democrats will use Liz Cheney and then destroy her. And then there's a bunch of stuff coming up about this J6 stuff. The Stop the Steal organizer says his J6 deposition exonerates Trump. So these bastards need to be put down. They just need to be put down out of our misery.
3 days ago, they're trying to make a law in Michigan to where you can't have any more rounds in your AR than 9 or 10.
Where's this?
In Michigan.
Oh, in Michigan?
That's all reactionary because of the school shooting there.
Yes. I get it, but they're trying again.
They're going to keep trying, and they're going to keep failing.
yep. Michigan has got probably the biggest militia in the United States.
Well, they have, I think, the largest amount of individual militias.
Yep.
Some of them have kind of shut down over the last year or so, and a few have been shut down by the government because those are those wacky loons that got caught up in that FBI sting of, about 5-6 years ago.
You said it. That's what it
Trying to
is.
buy explosives and shit.
Oh yeah, like what? 12 out of 17 were feds. Yeah,
Federal infiltrators.
Yep.
That's why a lot of people kind of gone back down under the radar.
Mm-hmm.
yes, sir.
The main militia group up here in Ohio, there's nothing about them on. You can't get in touch with them online or anything right now. It's like if you weren't in before all the BS on January 6th, you're not getting in.
That's how it should be. That's exactly how it should be.
If they need someone, they can go out and recruit, but they're not looking for people just dropping by saying, hey, I want to join up.
Well, the thing is the militia isn't a group. It's every single American.
Right.
And they paint people into this narrative to where it's bad, where these people are going against the government. It's like, possibly going against the government, but they're not bad people because they're not out harming people. They're just trying to uphold the Constitution. It doesn't take more than one to do that. So who's the militia? It's every single
American
person in this country, or is supposed to be.
We, the people.
Yes.
Oh.
And right now,
paint my ass right to a prison saying this stuff, but I don't care. I have nothing to lose.
Most of us don't have anything to lose. A lot of us don't, because they've just about taken everything we have
Yeah.
all over this country. There's a lot of people that are patriots that are silenced. They've been silenced, censored, dismissed. A lot of veterans not getting treatment, so on and so forth. They pretty much shoved us under the rug. Threw we the people under the bus. And that's okay, because it had to be done. Now it's up to us to decide what we're going to do from there. Not up to them. It's up to us.
Well, I tell you what I'm doing. I'm
Yes.
picking my
Yep.
ass up off the ground, dusting myself off, and getting started again. That's what I'm doing. I've done it 3 times so far in my life, and I'll do it again.
I agree. But
I'll
the
do
thing
it.
that I'm saying is, I really don't care about me so much. I worry about the kids.
Well,
Who in the hell is protecting the kids?
that's why you have to worry about you, because you.
Yeah.
And that's what we should
Okay.
be worried about.
It's like on an airplane. When it loses pressure, it says, put your mask on first and then help others.
We
Because
don't,
if you're not able to stand up and move around and breathe, you can't help anybody else.
you got to be more physically fit than they are,
Mm-hmm.
and you got to be more prepared than they are. And because they're damn sure prepared. So
Well, helping those that are not prepared, you can't help anybody if you don't have the wherewithal to take care of yourself.
right? Sick, we can't be on sick call when you're needed.
What's up, Dev? What's up? Hippie, welcome in. Oh, man. Anyone like Canoe's kind of alive.
Yeah, one of the things that happened today, I go into work this afternoon and find out that the cook in the morning has COVID. She tested positive. She did a at-home test and it came up positive. So, but she didn't bring in, anything, or texted my sister or emailed any kind of information or data about it. So my sister made her go to one of the places where you can get a real test, not just one of those do at home things, and she tested positive there again too, so she's out until she tests clean. And it's thrown our work schedule into a tizzy because we right now we don't have enough people to really cover it all that well, so we're having to like split up shifts and do creative scheduling. And they made the decision to close the store an hour early.
Oh, really?
So, and we were kind of planning on doing that, introducing winter hours anyway, because the way it was, staying open till 9 o'clock, like the last hour from 8 to 9, we'd only get like 2 customers in there. And that's not bringing in enough revenue to cover the payroll for 2 people to work that last hour and everything. So we've been talking about winter hours for over a month now. So I'm getting off at 8 o'clock now instead of 9.
Awesome. Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, and then before I got to work, as soon as I left the house, I'm walking around the back of the garage to walk through the yard to head down the street, and I happen to look up, and a large section of gutters is hanging from one end of the house. It all got completely pulled off, and it's being held by one gutter screw. So I got to get that taken care of tomorrow.
Oh my gosh. Yep.
I can't work on ladders, so I got to hire somebody to do it.
Oh no, this is Princess. She's finally done chewing on her brother.
Any idea what like a 25-foot long section of gutter would cost?
You probably get. I don't know. Really, honestly, can't be more $1 or $2 per foot.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, I don't care if it's aluminum or vinyl. It makes no difference to me. I'll go with whatever's cheapest.
Well, you kind of need to meet the profile of the gutter that it attaches to.
By the way, hi, Deborah. I see Dev out there.
Yeah. Skull grazers in the house.
What's up, Skull? Yeah. Oh, damn. He just can't stay connected.
Yeah.
He's having problems with his connection.
Johnson Longman. Welcome to the chat.
You got him?
Yep.
Okay. And they're not giving you trouble? Washburn, your internet giving you trouble, or did you hit the red button? I don't think you can hear me.
Yeah. Can you hear me, Washburn?
No. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got issues.
Yeah, it's his connection is messed up on him.
Oh, I'm going to push him out, and maybe he can try refreshing his equipment.
Well, I picked up some more stuff for building my forge.
Nice.
Oh, yeah? You have to take some video of it, man, because I want to see it.
Me too. I've always wanted to build one for myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna start. I've got a bunch of scrap steel, some spring steel.
Yeah.
Yeah, when my leaf springs broke. So I've got plenty of steel to work with now.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Whoa, he's a big baby. He's a big baby prince. Now, Princess is jealous, though. She's over here. What are you doing up there? What's you and those hiccups. He's got the hiccups again. No, yes, I know, baby.
I should get some of that welder's. It's like a welder's blanket. It's not really a blanket. It's kind of like Tyvek or something. Anyway.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so I could make like a little blacksmith tent.
Oh, like an apron thing?
No, like a tent.
Oh, a tent. Why?
Yeah.
Why do you need a tent?
It's fireproof tarp material.
Right.
It's fire retardant.
Well, why would you need a tent?
So I could do it out of the cold for one.
Oh, so it's outside kind of thing? Oh, well,
Yeah.
okay. You don't have a
Yeah.
garage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll keep any sparks and shit flying around from starting fires outside.
Well, it also helps to build a temperature buffer for when it's really cold outside, so you can keep your temp up on your fire. I'm familiar with that on the outside when they do it on construction sites and stuff like that.
Well, mainly just to kind of keep the wind out and stuff while I'm working.
Right. Because I was going to say, if you're using coal or charcoal, that kind of thing, usually don't have much problem with tenders and stuff like that.
Well, they use this stuff all the time. Like pipe fitters and everything. They build a tent, especially at the refinery, where they don't want any open sparks or anything, so they contain the area, which benefits you in another way. It keeps open sparks out, or from getting out where you're working, where you're welding. Like pipe fitters.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it also keeps you out of the elements.
Oh, my son Brian, I got something that my son gave me the other day. Brian, when I went out to see him, he gave me one of those box tarps that cover the like the 4x4 trailers. It's the canvas that covers the top piece of the. So all I got to do is build a framework, and I got a garage for my riding mower and my splitter, shit like that.
Cool.
Yeah. So I'll just build a support framework for it and turn it into a small garage for the winter. That'll be cool as hell.
It's like a welding screen. It's just a self-extinguishing type of. It's like some kind of propylene stuff, but it's self-extinguishing. Skull's asking about the welding screen thing. Yeah, they use it at the nuclear facilities that I worked at. Usually the pipe fitters, they would use it for that when they do a lot of welding outside or something, and they got to keep sparks contained.
Right.
So you sit there with a fire extinguisher, and we have been having really dry conditions, so it'll benefit all the way around. Get me out of the elements, and if I can get a hold of that, it's just at a welding supply place. You buy it.
Right. Material. Yeah.
Yeah. I would go with like professional grade stuff, because if you go cheap on that material, like get it at like Harbor Freight, the stuff's crap.
I would go to a welding supply place.
Yeah.
And set up like a little blacksmith tent. They used to do them back in the olden days with canvas and stuff. Blacksmiths, a lot of time, they just set up an area where they're going to work. Like, say you're out on a farm or something, you're way out in the middle of nowhere, and you've got to make a bunch of such and such or whatever. You just put up a blacksmith tent, an anvil, and a table, and go to town.
Yeah. I've seen them, especially like at the Renaissance fairs and stuff like that. Yep. They'll do that.
Yep.
Exactly. Sword makers do it, all that.
Mm-hmm. Washburn says these glasses are his fly fishing glasses so he can tie knots. That's awesome. Well,
Horrible freight is number one. Yeah, for certain things. I wouldn't buy anything there that I was going to be using for long time usage.
Oh yeah, I buy stuff there that I know I'm going to break, because
Yeah.
I can take it back and swap it out.
Yeah.
I do that all the time. It's like, yep, if I'm going to buy it, it's going to break. Yep.
Now, I guess they have been doing better with some of their power tools.
Yeah.
Like that Chicago Electric brand that they have. It's Chinese. In it, it's something that like you could get away with, like probably if you were working construction, like you could probably build like 5 houses with it before it would crap out. And you figure the cost, it's recyclable, basically.
Yep. But some of their hand tool stuff they've got now, like the Hercules and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
some of that's made by the people that do Milwaukee, and then the other one's done by the ones that do DeWalt or something like that. Yeah. They got 2 different lines of it, the red and the blue. The Bauer is the Milwaukee, and the other one, I can forget what it is.
Oh, you're talking about the Chinese version of Milwaukee?
Yeah. Oh, it's the same manufacturing plant. It's just rebranded.
Yep.
Yeah, I've gotten quite a few tools from Harbor Freight. I've not had much of a problem with them. But all my battery operated hand tool stuff is all Ryobi.
No,
So,
they got a return policy. Harbor
Yeah.
Freight has a return policy. They'll exchange it if it breaks on you.
I had a set of tools that I bought there. It was whatever the cheapest store brand was that was on sale that week. And I needed a couple wrenches and a screwdriver with a ratchet headset. I kid you not, it's just black plastic handles with supposed stainless steel, tooling for the metal parts. I didn't even get the shit home before it started rusting up.
Really?
Because it was just a humid day. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Like me and my dad were driving around, and went out to eat for a couple hours, and it was like 4 hours, and we got home, and I'm looking at, this set of tools. I'm like, holy shit. He's like, what? I'm like, these things were spotless when I bought them, and now they got, rust all over them.
Oh, wow.
In like
I've never
4
had
hours.
that.
Nuts. Yeah. We ended up taking that shit back.
Right. Yeah, I never had that problem with anything. I bought those ratcheting wrenches.
Mm-hmm.
Those things are the bomb, dude. I love those things.
Yeah, I have a set of those.
Yeah. The only thing pissed me off about it is it doesn't have an 11/16. It's got the 3/4, and it's got the one below it, the 5/8, but it doesn't have an 11/16. So I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Now, I still got a lot of my dad's and my grandpa's tools, all kinds of hand tools, but they're just stored in very awkward places in the house. They're not easy to get to. I really need to reorganize things over here as far as the tools go.
Well, there's a lot of tools we can't get anymore.
Yeah.
But, what you can do, another option besides Harbor Freight, and I do it all the time, I'll buy it from a pawn shop or at a yard sale.
Yeah.
So, get really good tools at a pawn shop.
I tell you what, I do go to Harbor Freight for on a regular is the standing belt. Because I refuse to buy sandpaper packs, paperback sandpapers. No, I buy the sandpaper belts for the belt sanders, and then I cut them down and put them on my sanders. I'm telling you what, man, the paper thing. One of my coolers will take 2 to 3 sheets of that paper sandpaper and just eat it alive. I could 3 or 4 coolers with one of those pads I cut out of that belt sander pad. It's a whole lot cheaper too.
The one thing I've had good luck with at Harbor Freight is their plastic tarps.
Yep, the tarps are pretty good too. They'll last 3 years in the weather.
They're the same tarps as you get at Lowe's or Walmart.
Yeah, but they'll last for 3 years, and they're not $100 plus either.
Yeah, but the thing is, the UV destroys those plastic tarps here at my altitude.
Yeah, it does here too. but they'll last for 2 to 3 years out in the weather. Where you get one of those from like Lowe's or something, the cheaper ones, and they're gone in a year. One winter and they're done.
But what you can do is you could take those propylene tarps and you could put a coat of latex paint on them, and it enhances them and makes them work even better, makes them last longer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never thought about that. I bought the camo ones from Harbor Freight, and they lasted 3 or 4 years on that awning, and I'm like, that was the bomb.
I've got heavy duty trucking tarps that are vinyl
Uh-huh.
that I've rolled them. Just roll them with latex, stain, paint, whatever you want, and it actually helps to waterproof them and makes them last longer. Makes them heavier though.
Yeah.
So
And you
be
can do it
ready
with
for
Flex
that.
Seal too, Skull. I've seen people do it with Flex Seal as well. But yeah, it makes it heavy as hell.
So just break out a roller and roll some latex paint out on your tarps. Camouflage your own damn tarps.
Yeah, that's true. I know spray paint don't work too well because it'll flake off in no time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Yeah, I
done
would think. Go ahead.
well, I've done the plastic tarps and the vinyl tarps, and I haven't done a canvas one yet. But if I did a canvas one, I probably wouldn't roll any type of latex on it. What I'd rather do on the canvas is use that Thompson's water seal, the clear stuff,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
and because it's not an oil base, it's not going to make it more flammable. A lot of guys will do it with boiled linseed oil on canvas, and sometimes they'll mix boiled linseed oil and wax
Mm-hmm.
together. But it makes it waterproof, but it makes it more fire hazard.
You know what I
Like
did with Flex Seal last time I used it? Go ahead.
It's just saying
I
hi
got
to Nightingale and MG McCormick in the chat.
Oh, hey, MGM and Nightingale. How you doing, Nightingale?
McCormick, good to see you.
I replaced the floor. We had a in this place the water heater that was in there before leaked, and it ruined the floor underneath the water heater. So when I went and replaced the wood in the floor, and then I coated it with Flex Seal, and then put linoleum right down on it before it dried. Yeah, it'll never mess up again, even if the floor around it might. But yeah, it won't leak.
Nancy got pissed today. At what? Nancy got mad.
I didn't see that. What's it all about, Shiver?
I was hearing about her a couple 2 days ago, saying that there's signs that she's going to be stepping down, but then today they're saying that she wants to break some kind of rule and extend her term. Who knows?
That's okay. She won't be. She won't be in charge of the House of Representatives for much longer, anyway.
Yeah.
¿Cómo estás, hermana? Nightingale.
Estoy bien. Y tú. Yeah. I did this reporter ask her why she's a piece of drunk shit. Oh man, Smiley, what's going on, Smiley? What's in the?
So, not much.
Not much.
Yeah.
You know, I'm glad you do sign on. That lets us know New York is still there
It's still here. Yep.
because you're down in the district where that's going to be the place where it just goes bright light.
So, Southern Ohio did have a quake. You know about that one,
I heard
Canoes,
that.
right?
I heard that yesterday. Yeah.
Okay.
Nowhere
Yeah,
near me.
you guys have got faults in your state too.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, there's the some of the stuff they're coming out saying they're not counting as earthquakes because they don't believe they're natural occurring earthquakes. I've read something about that too. That's kind of freaky.
Well, they don't do so much of it right now, but back when hydraulic fracking started up, like 10, 15 years ago,
Right?
fracking was huge here in Ohio, and they damaged a lot of the substructure underground, and they actually had recorded cases of earthquakes being recorded because of where they were fracturing at. They disturbed all the subsoil around the fracture site, and then they had basically like entire caves that were, collapsing on each other and causing these earthquakes.
Oh wow.
You know what they were doing here when they were heavily fracking here? We had like underground springs and everything that were collapsing and rerouting themselves, and you'd have one spring dry up and then another spring pop out somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And another thing it was doing here, it made the news for a while, where they were fracking around, like what Bill said about springs and underground water supplies and everything. The fracking caused the release of underground gas pockets that ended up leaking into these water supplies. And there was a lady that showed video that she was shooting in her kitchen,
Right.
and she turned on her faucet and a propane torch
Kind
coming
of
out of her
deal.
faucet.
Kind
I
of
saw
deal,
that.
yeah. Yeah.
Like, I
John
don't know
Stewart,
if it
welcome
was
in.
methane or whatever it was, probably methane or something like that.
Probably a natural gas pocket set, something like that. Yeah.
We've got tons of natural gas here.
We got one well across the street and down about 5 houses, but it's been capped and shut off for probably close to 20 years now.
You know, if they don't pull that stuff out of the ground, it will eventually work its way to the surface.
Yep. That's why every other year or so you hear about a house exploding because
Right?
and they all blame, the gas companies. It had nothing to do with the fucking gas company if it's seeping up, through the ground, and it's not
Now,
a result of anything with their lines.
I saw an old lady's house. It was just her living in her house, and about a block away, they were doing some road work, and they ruptured a gas line, and the gas went inside the dirt along the gas pipe right up to her house and blew it to sky high, and I mean blew it right off its foundation, and there wasn't even any remains of her or anything.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
It was right next door to the post office.
Oh wow.
Yep.
That's fucked up.
It was close to where I lived.
But yeah. There's a place in California where they ignited it so it wouldn't some and it's been burning for like 6 years now. It's just a natural gas pocket that's got a hole coming up through the ground, and it got ignited, I think, through one of the fires or something. And now it's like the forever flame or some shit.
Well, that we have in Ohio, in eastern Ohio, like across the river from West Virginia and shit. There's an old abandoned town. I don't even think there's any ruins left of the town. It's just like kind of like an empty lot in the middle of the forest now with a few trails running in and out of it. And it used to be a coal mining town. And
Right.
like 100 years ago, someone started a fire in the mine and they closed it off. And to this day, it's still burning. The state monitors it all the time.
Still burning. Wow.
It's still, they're saying that thing's going to burn. It's a pretty big ass coal mine. They say it's going to burn for hundreds of years, if not 1,000.
Wow.
And there's no way
Think
they
they
can
would-
put it.
Yeah, but
So
you
you-
think they would like try and put like pipes down in there and turn it into an energy production thing?
It's Ohio. Things are fucked up here. People don't think ahead like that.
So do you remember on the news that guy? His name was Josh something, and his wife disappeared, and he had 2 little boys, and they went on a hunt and tried to find her body, and I can't remember his last name, but it was here in my state, Josh something. Well, the point is,
Was this just recently?
this was about, I think, probably 3 or 4 years ago.
Oh, okay.
They went on it's not the recent one that you probably remember.
Yeah,
That
because
guy.
there was something
Yeah.
a week or two ago that I saw.
This was an older one. Well, anyway, they started catching on to him, and they said they found her body, or some remains of her body, and right after that, him, his dad, and his boys turned the gas on in the house and blew themselves up because they knew they were busted. And it's like he wasn't going to get out of it. The heat was on. He felt the pressure because they were getting close to going to arrest him. And before they could arrest him, he blew himself up. Him and his dad and his 2 boys.
Fuck.
Wow.
Yeah, bad stuff. Josh, man, I hope I can remember his last name. Yeah, that happens sometimes, and that's going to be an issue where I live, because I'm in a valley that once was a giant inland ocean. So it's muck down below. You go through so much sediment and everything of rock and sand and what have you, and then it all turns into muck because it's an ancient lake bed. And there's something during an earthquake called, if we ever get a big earthquake, they call it liquefaction.
Yeah.
Where it's just like concrete, you vibrate concrete and all the water comes to the surface, and they take it and skim it and everything. But liquefaction is to bring the air bubbles to the surface. Well, it's not air bubbles under here, my friend. It ain't air bubbles. It's
Natural gas,
yes,
methane.
tons of it. Methane.
Yep.
It's not natural gas, it's methane gas. And a lot of lakes have methane gas under them. Methane gas is not as usable as actual natural gas. Now, they're both natural gases, but methane is different.
Yeah, I've seen video of liquefaction in the soil from when the U.S. was doing a nuclear test up in Alaska, like back in the late 60s. And basically, the entire surface around this test site, it liquefied the soil, and it was creating wave motion along like the whole, wide open, dozens of miles, and the waves of the soil were like 6 to 10 feet tall, up and
Yeah.
down. It was fucking nuts.
So, liquefaction, what happens, it brings the water to the surface, and it brings, the minute this methane gas pocket or deposit hits the atmosphere, static electricity is going to set it off, and there's going to be mushroom clouds.
Yeah.
So you've got natural gas lines that'll be breaking in a major earthquake. Plus, you'll have the methane gas. It's going to be ugly if we ever get the big one.
Well, we will.
Well, a lot of the they think that a lot of the forest fires up in Alaska and Canada and Siberia are being caused by the permafrost, thawing up, and then it's
Yeah.
releasing methane pockets that were frozen for millennia. And then say a thunderstorm rolls through and lightning strikes a tree near one of them pockets. That's just poof, instant forest fire.
Well, like you get out on a swamp or probably even out on the lakes near where you live, and sometimes you'll just see these little spots. You wonder if there's a turtle under there because you see
Little
bubbles
bubbles.
come up. That's methane. That's methane. Those lakes, in that lake muck, they're releasing methane. But if you get major liquefaction going on where a whole valley is shaking like jelly, they're just going to come up to the surface and you're going to have mushroom clouds, man.
Well, the thing is that also happens in the ocean, and that's why you get a lot. They're saying that that's why a lot of the ships in the Bermuda Triangle were sinking, because that
They lost
methane.
buoyancy.
Yep. The buoyancy
sink.
because of the methane releases.
I don't know about that, but
Yeah.
I know they're
We
having.
Well, I remember them talking about it in high school, and we actually made an experiment where we had a little boat and a fish tank kind of thing, and we put methane gas in there and put it through a soapstone where it bubbled up on the surface, and we'd run the ship over it, and sure enough, it sink the ship.
So methane is actually methane and natural gas are heavier than air. And why
they'll
natural?
sink.
They actually put an odor into natural gas so that you'll know if you have a gas leak, because it's
Sulfur.
normally odorless.
Right, they put sulfur. Go ahead.
If it's straight out of the ground, it's going to be odorless. You won't smell it. You could literally just die from it from lack of oxygen. You just, you wouldn't even know you were breathing it.
What were you saying, Kenice?
They pump the natural gas around here that you buy, from a provider is all spiked with, they call this stuff Merptha, I think it's called, to make it stink like rotten eggs so you can smell it.
Yeah.
And
It's a sulfur base.
We had a gas leak at my place where about 8 years ago, I was taking a shower in my basement and got done with the shower, and I went to go hang up my towel near the furnace, where it's nice and warm and it'll dry quick. All of a sudden, I start smelling gas back in that corner of the basement. So I go upstairs and tell my dad, and he's like, "Okay, I'm calling the fire department, and I'm leaving for work." I'm like, "All right, have fun with that." And fire department showed up, came in, checked the gas. They brought their little meter sniffers. Went down in the basement, like, "Oh yeah, you got a problem down here. Get everybody out of the house." So my dad had to get all the cats out of the house. And where the gas line comes in from the street, it kind of parallels my driveway for a little bit, going through the front yard, and then it angles towards the house. And there was a leak in that pipe, and it was passing through the soil like 20 feet to the house.
That's
and
how it does.
Creeping in through, cracks in the foundation and shit.
Yep.
Because it's an old foundation.
That's like what.
So luckily, it could have been bad.
Yep.
If it would have hit the pilot of the fucking hot water tank, it would have went.
Boom.
Yep.
Yep.
And it would be weird because what you'd have is like a horizontal explosion that would
Yeah, but
go.
it would be in the basement on top of it. So like, you know,
Yeah.
the basement would blow up, and then the half of the house that's above the basement would crash down. It would have been a mess.
Yeah, and
It would,
static
yeah,
electricity can set it off just
Yep.
in the atmosphere.
Walking across the carpet.
Yeah, it doesn't even have to be lightning or anything. I mean, it doesn't have to. It could be a wall socket.
I remember for years working at the gas stations. They ever since cell phones became popular, the company would always, you know, tell us, you know, keep an eye out when people are pumping their gas and they're not on their phones and everything. If you see somebody pumping gas and they got their cell phone on them and they're talking on it, like, you stop the pump and tell them you have to turn your phone off because they're worried about static discharges from the batteries of the phones.
Right.
Because there were a few, I think one of them was in China, one of them was in Australia, I think, where 2 gas stations blew up because of cell phones sparking.
Mm. Yeah, well, gas fumes can travel.
Yeah.
That's like somebody trying to start a fire on a wood pile and using gasoline. Have you ever seen those videos?
Yeah, I've done that shit before.
And the fumes just kind of creep along the ground, and you don't really know that it's fumes are creeping along the ground. But just all of a sudden, this big spread of fire, a big poof.
Right.
Just like me leaving the chat. Poof.
Hurry back, Lord. Cold razor. But yeah.
It just killed me. All the people that would be you'd catch outside filling their cars up and they're fucking smoking cigarettes at the same time. I shut the pump off and I walk out there. I'm like, what the fuck do you think you're doing? And they're like, what?
You haven't seen
I forgot.
You have a video of the gasoline tanker driver guy climbs up on his tanker and tries to see if he was completely empty when he offloaded his gas tanker. And it lights a big lighter and freaking blows him sky high. It really, really happened.
Yeah. There's no limit to people's stupidity.
I mean, they actually caught it on film. They caught it on film. There was nothing left.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I doubt they've even found his body. They just have to, close casket.
Now, we had when I was a kid, I was probably like 6 years old. About 2 miles away from where I lived in my hometown, there was a gas station it was just a small 2-pump gas station out front, and they were kind of like a intermediary fuel depot from the big refineries to the smaller, shipping locations. And they had probably 3 or 4 of those big above ground tanks for storage in the back. And I remember I just gotten home from school I think it was in first grade, and I'm sitting in the kitchen with my mom and helping her wash dishes, and all of a sudden, boom! And we're like, what the hell? The dishes and shit on the walls are all rattling around. And then it got deathly quiet in like the whole town, and then for like the next 20 minutes you didn't hear nothing but fucking sirens. No one knew where it happened at initially. They thought a factory blew up about a mile down the road, and they sent everybody there, and then they're like, what's going on? We didn't hear nothing. And then they look down the road, and there's this huge black plume of smoke coming from the gas station. Nobody was killed, but they lost at least 1 tank, if not 2, in the back. These are like 20,000 gallon tanks, if not bigger.
Right.
I met a guy that was just walking scar tissue. I mean, he had no ears. He was walking scar tissue, and he just told me. He says one day he was welding a gas tank or trying to cut a gas tank off a car with a cutting torch, and it blew up on him. And
Yeah, that's not
stuff
not
like
fun.
that. It's stuff like that. It's a living testament of, stuff not. Don't light a big lighter around gasoline.
And don't blow the gas tank.
Don't blow up your gas tank. No, don't do it. Don't do it.
We had a guy a few years ago. He lived half a mile down the road from me, and he was filling up his car in the driveway with a jerry can. And when he was done filling it up, before he put the cap on his car, he decided to walk the jerry can back to his garage. He didn't realize the jerry can was leaking. And he's sitting there and he lit up a cigarette. And when he was finished with the cigarette, he just tossed it on the ground and walked up to the car to put the cap on. His cigarette butt hit the gas trail on his driveway and traveled faster than he could walk, the 20 feet to his car. And the car just completely exploded on him, like not even 10 feet away. And he ended up getting like a whole bunch of third-degree burns over like the top 40% of his body.
Yeah,
the police thought, that he was trying to kill himself and everything. He's like, no, I was just dumb.
And I knew another guy. He had bandages on his eyes and everything. He went blind. All he did is he was reloading and setting primers. All his whole reloading operation exploded, and he had bandages around his eyes. I think he still could see though, but he was a mess. He didn't look too badly scarred from it. At least his face wasn't, but I think other parts of his body was badly scarred, and they had to get shrapnel out of him and everything.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, people, especially around it's good we're talking about this around this time of year, because this is what stuff happens, especially around Christmas time. This is when all your fires happen and everything, because people are using all these alternative heating methods and everything else and blowing themselves up.
Right.
This is when trailers burn down, and there's always trailer fires in the winter here.
Yeah, that's normal here too. Yeah,
I think that's across the country.
Oh yeah,
and a lot of times
people
use kerosene heaters, and once you get low on fuel, they let it burn out, and you don't do that with a kerosene heater.
Yeah.
But low on fuel, and they build up fumes, and next thing you know, boom.
It used to be in the news about people lighting their hair on fire because they were smoking and using hairspray.
Oh shit!
Third-degree burns. They're spraying their hair, and their ladies used to smoke while they were doing their hair, and they freaking spraying tons of hairspray. They sold shitloads of it back in the 60s.
Yep.
How do you think they got those big beehive hairdos?
Yep. It's all hairnet.
Oh my gosh, tons.
And that stuff stunk.
It's horrible. It plasticizes stuff.
Yeah.
It's an accelerant.
When I was a teenager, the big thing, everybody was using hair gel and doing goofy haircuts and everything with it, and mohawks and like spikes and shit.
Like that crappy stuff, that LA look.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Oh.
Well, back during the disco days, that was a big thing, is hair gel. I knew somebody when I was working up at the VA. He still used that shit, and he said,
That's how we get rid of spider webs and stuff. Hairspray and a lighter.
Yeah.
"Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's a good idea."
Good. Kick ass. Brought to you by Dutch's Gravy Biscuit Farm.
.com.
.com.
That's how you get rid of spiders too, is hairspray.
Yeah.
They can't move.
Right.
It slows them way down. They get all stuck. They can't move their joints and everything. Then you step on them.
We had a storage
Well,
room in
for
our.
me, just
Go ahead.
I just use a naphtha torch. Works nice and easy. Ain't got to worry about any aerosol.
All right. Right.
Works
Zap
good
them
on
spiders.
WD-40. Works good on black widows too.
Yep.
And horn.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
I got black
WD-40.
widows all over the place.
Yeah. WD-40 is very flammable.
I'm like the WD-40 guy. Yeah, I have cans of it everywhere.
Along this line of conversation, the other thing that happened at work today, the fire safety company that we contract with for our fire extinguishers and everything, they came in today to service the fire suppression system in our deep fryer. And all right, I've been working there for 8 years. The one old lady that works the mornings and the afternoons, she's been there for like 16 years. And not once have either of us seen that machine service for the fire suppression system in it. The tech came in and he opened it up, and it turns out the system in it, it's just a standard like 2-pound fire extinguisher that doesn't have like a traditional nozzle head on it with a pump sprayer. It just hooks into a tube that goes into the fryer box, and it's activated by like a pull chain on the front of the machine. So like if it catches fire, you just pull the chain and it dumps it all the extinguisher right into the grease vat. And the he's like, yep, no wonder the fire department said you needed to get this swapped out. He's like, this can like expired about 18 years ago or so.
Oh, no shit.
It had 0 charge in it. So he recharged it. He's going to have to come and replace it to make it up to code. But I was like, I had no idea how that system was all set up in there. And he was saying, yeah, he's like, the activation, there's a steel chain that runs from the front of the fryer box, from the front left corner to the back right corner. So it's like catty corner across the whole fryer. And it was the only piece of the fryer that I've never been able to get completely clean because it's right above the grease. And he's like, yeah, you gotta tear this thing out because like the connections that are supposed to break away, like they're hampered by all the buildup grease and everything. It's like, I told him, I'm like, I did not know that entire wire setup was part of the fire suppression system. I thought it was like to hold the frame of the fryer together. He's like, no, that's part of the ignition system. Like, okay, you learn something new every day.
You ever notice, like, you walk through the fabric section of Walmart, or you go into one of these fabric stores and you'll see all these baby blanket type of material with prints and stuff on it, and it's all made out of that really flammable shit.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna give that to it's probably soft on a newborn, but man, if you guys ever had a house fire, imagine that melting to your baby's skin. Just picture that.
No,
You know?
I'm not going to picture that.
Yeah, I don't need to.
No, I was talking to the manager there, and I was saying, you know, I can't believe all the people that don't even think about that.
Yeah. Right.
You know? No, don't picture it. I mean, don't or do whatever. But the point I'm saying is they don't. Most people don't have that kind of sense anymore. You know, you
No.
could do a cotton quilted blanket, and it has, you know, it's not flammable like this nylon fluffy stuff that they sell, you know, for kids, and you can see all the little children's prints and stuff on it, and it's all flammable as hell. I wonder how many kids are in the burn unit because that they had that for their kids' blankets, and maybe their clothing and stuff, you know. Don't like to think about those things, but my kids are grown now, but I had kids and I did think about those things. A lot of people don't. They think it's so cute, you know, we're going to have a baby shower or something like that. And they're going to give these cute little blankets, you know, that are going to burn your baby up if they get caught in a fire. Hey, it's around Christmas time, you know,
Right.
safety first.
Right.
So I worked in industry and stuff like that, industrial type of jobs, and that's pounded into your head every place you work, you know.
Right.
Safety first. You got to think about that. House fires are a real thing. I'm sure they had plenty of them when the tornado went through.
Hey, Mrs. Sausage Gravy Biscuit, how you doing? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
Could it be me?
Yeah, it's that chirping when you're not talking.
Oh,
Yeah, it's doing that thing again.
okay. Well,
Yeah, but
I'll just go back into the chat.
no. Remember when you used your headset? It eliminated it 100%.
Yeah, I don't have my headset.
Oh, okay. But no, when you're not talking, just go ahead and mute. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Yeah, there you go. You don't have to leave. But yeah, that's that kind of stuff is crazy. But they don't. You just don't even realize how much flammable stuff is around you. I mean, until it becomes an issue. A lot of times, you know, nobody gives it a second thought. It's just something that's always been there. You know.
Yeah, and for any real change to happen, it's going to take one disastrous, you know, accident, and you know, then something like the Department of Commerce would get involved, you know, and make, you know, a ban on that kind of material in this country for any kind of baby product or something like that.
Right.
Let's see if that helped. Did it help?
Testing.
No.
No.
It's feeding back with your mic, is what it is. Your speaker on your phone is feeding back with your mic.
No.
Oh my kid. Oh my god, that's funny. Remember I told you one of my boys has just bought a house, he's refurbing it and everything?
Yep.
He called me up this evening and says, "Hey Pops, I need you to come up and do some electrical work for me." He's like, all these guys up in the city want to charge him like out the fucking nose to go up there and run some wire. And he's not up to doing it himself. But he's like, "You need to come up here and help me with this." And I was like, "Okay." Like, yeah. Then we got to talking about all the stuff I do around here, and I showed him the Wizard of Oz page. His kids saw all the puppies, and they're like, "Oh my god, those are so cute!" So looks like they're getting a puppy. And I'm gonna go up there and help him wire up. The house they bought was a rehab set. It was a ugly house purchase, and the house sat vacant for a while, and somebody went in there and ripped out the central air unit and all that shit. It ripped out a lot of the wires and stuff like that. So, yeah. But once we get it rehab, that's going to be his new house. Yeah. So.
Did that help?
Check.
1, 2,
Yeah,
3.
it's better. Yep, it sounds better.
Might have been just the YouTube thing or something.
Right. Well, your mic's always done that, though. You know what I'm saying? When you're not talking and other people are, it's doing it again, yeah. But when you're not talking, it always makes these chirps and sounds
like that.
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
I know. It's something that I don't know.
I know. It's in the phone. It's not something that you do with them.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is I forget to do to turn the mic off.
Right.
Sometimes I'll tap it and it still doesn't. It doesn't turn it off too. That happens too. So I don't know. This is kind of annoying.
But yeah, thanks for letting us know, Mama Don. But yeah, no, I just do what?
I think Don said she was taking the Jeep, the new one.
Oh, the one you just built?
Yeah, that's what he
the one
said.
you just pulled.
I asked him if she was taking the RV, and he's like, "No, she's taking the new Jeep."
Oh no, I think that's the new Jeep, not the old Jeep he rebuilt. She's taking the new Jeep. Right. He bought a newer Jeep, Laredo or something like that. So she's taking that because it's got a 6 in it. It'll be much better on gas.
Okay. Zoom Bait's got a question for everybody. He wants to know what's the best way to clean up spilled transmission fluid.
Cat litter.
Yeah, cat litter or sawdust. Usually good.
Yep.
Yeah. What about like staining? If it's stained on the concrete, what would be the best thing to clean that up with? Mineral spirits.
Yeah, like like you use for paint thinner.
Yeah. That's what I would say.
Yep. If you leave it sit on there for a short period of time, like 10, 15 minutes, and then wipe it up, it'll even get the stain out of the concrete. Yeah.
Well, he's saying it's spilled all over a car part. So
The carport, concrete on the carport, like the overhang rather than a garage.
Oh, I thought he said a car part, not carport. My bad.
Yeah, well, he did say part in chat, but I have a feeling he meant carport.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It was pretty bad, Bill. It does get to be a nuisance from time to time. But you know what? We'd still rather have you. But yeah, that 6-cylinder Jeep get a hell of a lot better gas mileage cross country.
Yeah.
You know. And she ain't got to mess with all the gadgets he's got installed on that thing. You know, all the extra, the generator and all the extra gear. But yeah, you bet. Anytime. Anytime. But yeah, this
Yeah,
is
your husband's been absent lately. We haven't seen much of him in a few days.
I was gonna say, is he all right? Everything okay? I know Smiley was trying to show him how to put the picture in his little window like that. I was just trying to explain to him the other day, last time I seen him, that the share the screen and in Chrome browser, it'll let you put the sound up with the video. But I don't know that he's gotten the message. He just was getting really frustrated with it because he wasn't able to get sound in the little
Yeah,
picture
because
where he's
I remember that he was running it through OBS
right.
instead of just straight through to StreamYard. Yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to explain it to him, but I think he got frustrated and said, fuck it, dropped out. I haven't seen his end.
Has anybody heard from the Colonel?
Yeah, he was on the show last night. Not up on the screen, but he was in the chat.
No. I meant tonight. Was he on tonight?
No, I've not seen him tonight.
Okay, yeah, because of the crap going on over in Europe, I was just kind of curious. So
Yeah, we've all been. He says there's not much going on right now.
well, Yugoslavia just tried to go into Croatia, so they shot down some shit. And also near Hungary's border, there's been a little firing back and forth as well between Soviet / against everybody else with American weaponry, of course, defending them. So that's why I was just kind of curious because he's closer to that side of the conflict, closer than my family in Ireland. So they were just kind of curious how he was doing.
Yeah, he said it's been pretty quiet in up in Netherlands.
Yeah. So did you guys hear about the guy up there in I think I'll have to find out which state in Europe it was in, but he got on a plane and he's a European citizen, got on a plane and based on his travel habits, he was potentially a carrier of COVID, even though he proved A, he had a pass, B, he had just been vaccinated with a booster, but the government decided that his travel habitry could potentially expose him to more variations of the quote unquote virus, and they locked him up for 2 weeks.
Right.
That's
Wow.
that's like Future Crime. What's that movie with Tom Cruise? You know what I mean? Where they saw in the future.
Pre-crime. Yeah, the pre-crime.
Pre-crime. Yeah. What the hell? Yeah.
Hey, Miss SGB. Yeah, the Civic would have been better, but he's got plans on you renting a trailer once you get there, so you can bring back a whole bunch of shit. That's what he said last time I heard him talking about it. Yeah. Hey, there's my Huckleberry.
The fuck?
She's been in for a while, but she ain't said nothing.
Now, Dave, I just checked all my frontline sources. Nothing about Yugoslav or Croatia or any kind of fighting over Eastern Europe. It might be happening, but it's not being reported. At least in my first checks. I haven't looked at like roughly or anything.
But yeah, it's been I can't. I keep waiting for the shoe to fall, man. Right. You're out of pie. That's horrible. Should never be
I'm
out of
sure
pie.
she's got pumpkin roll left.
I'm serious. Something like that. You know, she's got pie filling in the cabinet, and flour, egg, and yeah, she can make some crust and have pie in no time.
You know what's good in the summertime? I like to take like whatever kind of pie filling, apple, cherry, whatever, and
Yeah.
just open a can, take a couple spoonfuls of it out, and put it on top of some vanilla ice cream.
Right. I've got a graham cracker crust in the other room. I found today when I was cleaning and organizing things. I got a can of pineapple pie filling.
Ooh,
I know, right? I was thinking. I was thinking. I get some egg whites. I get out the marshmallow sauce and make a meringue for it. You know, with a little extra powdered sugar. I'm thinking making me a pineapple pie.
let's see. I do a pineapple cobbler, but that's just me.
The pineapple cobbler.
Yeah, I love cobbler.
I could repurpose the graham cracker crust to do that, but I need a cream base. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But that pineapple pie sounded awful good.
Yeah, you got to have it with some pineapple ice cream though. We got a dairy company that out here in my region that you go into the one store and they've got like probably 120 different varieties of ice cream, different flavors, all in their brand. And they have a pineapple ice cream. It is by far the tastiest ice cream I've ever had in my life. It's delicious. But one thing you cannot put pineapple on is pizza. Absolutely not. That's blasphemy.
All right. I won't go there no more. You guys got mad at me last time I talked about it. Yeah.
Nah, it's just not my thing. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
I remember the first time I tried it. Yeah, the manager at the gas station I was working at got pizza for everybody, and like, of course, like the pepperoni and sausage went first. By the time I got there, all that's left is she's like, "Oh, there's some Hawaiian pizza for you." I'm like, "Hawaiian pizza? What the fuck's that?" She's like, "Oh, it's got pineapple and ham on it." I'm like, "Okay," and I tried a piece. I'm like, "What the fuck?" It just complete wrong clash of flavors.
Right. Yeah, Carnivore. Thank you for all the work in the Discord. Man, I love the video chat channel. Haven't used it much yet, but I think that's cool as hell. And we've got a channel up there for Sausage Gravy Biscuit Farms. It's got a channel set up there for him. And I think we were doing another channel for Emerald City and stuff like that. I need to go up there and put the information in. Oh, hell yeah. Need pineapple straight out the can.
Yeah,
I think that's
yeah.
Wi-Fi. Huh?
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying. I was done.
I'm saying dehydrated pineapple is really good too, like what they put in trail
wow.
mix and shit.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like dehydrated. My favorite trail mix would have peanuts, M&Ms, dehydrated pineapple, and banana chips, and maybe some sunflower seeds.
Mm.
All right, I'm stopping talking about food.
I know. You got me eating my graham cracker cookies.
I'm gonna go in a couple minutes and light up the oven so I can make my supper.
All right.
Gonna have some Salisbury steaks and mashed potatoes and corn.
I had pork chops tonight with mashed potatoes and gravy.
Nice.
I made gravy out of the grease from cooking the pork chops. It was the bomb.
I haven't done pork chops this year. Made them last year.
I just fried them up in the skillet and real low heat, you know, and use that smack your mama spice on them. Oh, it was so good. She's with me on the pizza.
Yeah, sure.
Pineapple on pizza is the bomb. I think it's good, but only on the ham. The ham, I like the ham and pineapple, and if you can get it, shrimp. But yeah, oh man,
I hate shrimp.
that actual Hawaiian pizza has shrimp on it. It has the pineapple and the ham and the shrimp. Oh wow! Huckleberry says add the red hot cinnamon hearts to your pineapple juice.
Yeah,
With the
it'd probably
pineapple?
be good, but it would give me heartburn.
Oh yes, it would.
I gotta be very careful with cinnamon.
I like getting those big boxes of bland, cornflakes.
Mm-hmm.
The big box, the big, the big stuff.
Yeah.
The bulk. Because I'll put it in a bowl with a little sugar and cover it with cinnamon. And oh my lord,
I do it just with the sugar.
Yeah.
Now, my sister, doesn't matter what kind of cereal she ever ate as a kid, she always put fucking maple syrup on it.
Oh yeah.
That girl puts maple syrup on fucking everything. It's disgusting. She dips her French fries in maple syrup.
What?
Yep, she'll put maple syrup on mashed potatoes.
Ooh. Yeah. No. Hey, I got Ranger to eat mashed potatoes today.
Cool.
I don't know why. I didn't think about it. I was just like, oh, you want some of this? Because he was jonesing for my leftover mashed potatoes. And I set the bowl down because I really was full and wasn't going to try and save them. There wasn't that much. And I was turning around, set the bowl down, and he ate the whole thing. I was like,
I had a cat years ago that loved mashed potatoes. Every time we made them, we had to set a bowl aside for him, and he just chowed down.
Ranger hasn't eaten potatoes since he was a puppy. He wouldn't even eat a French fry. Dude would lick the ketchup off of a French. You've seen it. He did the same thing while you were here.
Yep.
He'll lick a ketchup off of a French fry in a heartbeat, but he won't eat that damn French fry or potato chip or nothing. So I was kind of surprised when he ate the mashed potatoes, but they were heavily garlic and buttery, So maybe that was what it was. Huckleberry isn't racist anymore. Oh man, that's funny. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to going up and helping my boy with his house next week. He said next week he'll wants me to come up. We're going to rewire that place and get it rigged up for. He wants me to finish out his basement too.
Is
I'm
it a
like,
long drive?
it's about an hour and a half. Yeah. But he's not talking about doing it for free. He wants to pay me. And I was like, well, whatever you think is right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'd do it for free if I could. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we'll get him hooked up. And that's going to be a blast. I can't wait. I really can't wait. That's going to be awesome. I'm going to love doing that. What?
Oh shit! That just made me think of something.
What's that?
I can probably get the gutter part that I need for free.
Oh, yeah?
I got some Home Depot and some Lowe's gift cards that are still good.
You still doing those gift cards?
Oh yeah, dude, that's supplemental income for me.
Right. No shit. How do you do that? I mean, is there a trick to it or something?
Yeah, there's a trick, and I can't go into it live right now.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
No problem. But yeah. No one.
Yeah, if you live in Ohio and are part of the lottery rewards program, there's ways to get around some of their bullshit.
Oh, wow. Oh,
That's
okay.
all I'm gonna say.
There you go. But yeah, no, I was just, it's going to be beautiful tomorrow. Dude, I think I'm going to go out there and see if I can't get the tractor running. If I can get the tractor running, then I'm going to pull my caddy out. Try and get it in position so I can drop that tank.
Yeah.
You know, at least I can get it pulled out and identify which exact pump I need for that and get that replaced. Replace the fuel filter, blow out the lines. Make sure all the wiring's correct and not corrupted. So, but yeah. If I can get that damn caddy sold, if I get it street worthy, inspected, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I can get $5,000 out of it. I was looking at the prices on those things, and they're kind of collector items. I was surprised. And this one's in great shape. It's got like 130,000 miles on it. It's all factory and it's clean. The only mess up in the interior is the driver's side seat's got a tear in the seat.
That's not bad considering the age.
Right. and it's all nice and clean. It's all taken care of. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta vacuum it out a little bit and wipe down the surfaces, and wash and wax it. Once I get the fuel pump thing fixed, yeah, all the just I think I just gotta go through the wiring a little bit and make sure I get the wiring set up because the mouse got in the engine compartment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But there's not a lot of wiring that was messed with. It was just I got it all. Right? This is, yeah. MSDB.
I got some new weed tonight. It is, oh, it's good.
Oh yeah.
I got another eighth of that. What do they call it? Strawberry cough
Oh yeah.
that I had a couple months ago, and then I got another eighth of something called Gorilla Breath. So it's Gorilla Glue mixed with something. I
Right.
don't know. They're both potent.
I think Smiley got killed.
Yeah, he rage quit his game.
I
I don't know. And Dave's been quiet for quite a bit.
know. What's up with Dave? You still there, Dave? He's away from the computer.
My name is Dave.
Yeah. Dave's not here, man. No, dude, it's Dave. Dave's not here, man. What happened? Huckleberry, I missed something. What happened?
Something we were talking about. I don't know. Be more specific.
But yeah, this man, I just can't wait for this to happen. Whatever's going to happen, it's getting ready to happen. We got what, a week? Yeah. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But it's not me that's wrong. I'm just reporting it. Oh, Smiley's back.
Killing zombies.
Killing dead zombies.
Job well done. Go get another.
Right. What was that? It used to be a dead horse.
Now, Huck's saying, how did the tear in the seat happen?
Oh, I don't know. It was tore before I got it.
Yeah. Shadow Man's in the house. Welcome in.
Shadow Man. Go ahead, pull it off, Shadow.
That's it. Attack them zombies with a chainsaw.
That's the deal. Just grind them into pieces. Fire in the bowl. I was waiting for Shadow Man. I thought it's what he does when he first comes in. He's fire in the bowl. Kick that goat.
Oh, 1 second.
Yeah. Brought to you by Sausage Gravy Biscuit Farms. .com.
Yeah, you too, Trish. Thanks for stopping by tonight.
Oh man, I got to pull those tarps out and check them out, though, man. That's gonna be badass. I'm gonna make these little canvas garages. They're trailer covers for military 4x4 trailers. The pull behind 4x4 ammo carts. And that's gonna make a badass little garage for my riding mower and my wood splitter. Keep them out of the weather for the most part. Hammocks, big hammocks.
Yeah, it's too cold for hammocks.
Build a tree house. That's good. I'm doing good, Shadow Man. Talked to one of my boys today and some of my grandkids and had a good conversation. Get ready to go out there, help him work on his house. Bought a house. It was a fixer-upper.
Nope. And he's dead.
And he's dead.
I don't have the controller, so I'm trying to use the keyboard, and I don't know the keys for melee attacks. That's what the problem is.
That sucks.
Well, you got the... Oh, you can't... So you can't attack with the chainsaw?
I could, but it says I don't have gas for it.
Why would they put a chainsaw in there that doesn't have gas in it?
Yeah. I think I wasted the gas when I was testing it out.
Oh, shit, yeah.
I'm just looking at I'm searching up the keyboard keys right now. Let me see. It says C for chainsaw. Let's see if I still have it.
That's what you need. A tree fork for a squirrel.
Maybe a little squirrel box on the wall.
Right. This is a little squirrel box. And little sticks, little ladders. Yeah, there's a stick ladder going up to it.
Colonel Shaw's in the house. What's up,
Colonel Shaw. Salute. Good morning, Colonel. The man from the future. All's well in the Netherlands there, brother?
Hey, I'll be back in a couple minutes. I'm going to go start my
There it
supper.
is.
Rock on.
There it is. I found the chainsaw.
You found the chainsaw.
Yeah, the internet was
Add the
saying
button.
it was the C key, but it was actually G. They're not mapped the same way on my computer.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's go kill him.
So you gotta go cut up some zombies.
Yeah, let me just take this head off here. Wait.
Do they? If you don't take the head off, does it come alive?
No, I just do that just because. It's apparently they're in space. This is Doom. So they're in space. And
Oh, this is new Doom?
There's a demon possession, yeah. This is the one before the newest one. This is not Doom Eternal. This is the one right before it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You know what? It's a lot more fun when you're playing against other players.
Oh yeah, they have an online mode.
Oh shit, that was badass. You actually cut him. Oh yeah, dude, that's so cool.
Yep.
You're actually cutting them up. Good graphics on it.
And the newer one has better graphics than this. This one's pretty good.
They actually shoot at you. That's crazy.
Oh yeah. I gotta look up the key for because I'm trying to hit them and do the melee attack, but the keys aren't working for it. That's why I keep on dying.
All right, MSG. God bless you. Thank you for hanging out with us. It's a pleasure to have you here. I saw her in another chat today. Oh, wait a minute. Bill's in the background. Oh, shit. Didn't see you there, bud. Canoes is usually in the control seat for that. I'm sorry. I messed up.
Oh,
Slacking.
okay. I don't have a cord to charge these earphones, these Bluetooth earphones that I'm on. So they're below half right now battery charge on them. So I don't know how long they're going to last. That's why I was saying I couldn't use them because I don't have a cord for them.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I have charging cords, but these are the older style,
Right.
and the ones I have are the newer style, and it
You
doesn't
can
work
buy
for this headset.
you can buy adapters for those now. You can buy
Yeah, I guess
adapters for yeah.
Yeah, I reckon.
Reckon.
I reckon so, but I got to come up with some money even for that, and that's kind of hard right now.
Right. No, I understand. No, hippie.
Trying to figure out how to get by with no money right now.
Right. Hey, I'll give you some tips. Don't do much. Don't only do stuff that you can do. You realize there's a whole lot more that you can do without money. I'm telling you, it's an art form. I've been doing so much for so long with so little. I'm not qualified to do damn near anything with nothing.
It kind of feels like the Great Depression right now. I think the Great Depression was even not so bad.
I don't know. I don't see that. I mean, I'm having a tough time with getting sales and stuff like that, but I see other people that are doing gangbusters. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, my oldest boy just got a good job. My youngest boy just got an upgrade to his job. Yeah, he's making about 75 a year now. He just got on with Red Bull. He's a driver he got a Red Bull route. He's kicking ass. My boy Laquan, he's been buying houses that need to be fixed up and stuff like that. And he traded his way up to the size house he wanted. And now we're going to go up and finish rehabbing that. And I'm going to help him do the wiring on it. So, but yeah, no, I mean, my kids are all doing great. You know what I'm saying? I'm having a little bit of trouble with market and stuff, but that's time of the year. I know that was coming for this woodcraft stuff, but I didn't have the sales to support it through the summer. I didn't get
I'll
to
just-
sell what I normally sell. Normally I do about $1,500 a month. I was lucky
guess
to
I'm
do
wrong.
900. Huh?
I guess I'm wrong. I'm wrong then.
I mean, I'm sure it's where you live and what industries you're in.
I have
But
people living in tents and stuff here. A
well,
lot of
my
people
boy,
are losing.
yeah, my boy Brian, he just built a new house. They just moved into it. He's the one that got the puppy the other day.
Yeah, you can't even buy land right now. It's $500,000 for a cheap house, for a condo, for a crappy condo.
Yeah, that's why we don't live in Utah
Rent
or
is
California.
No, we see. I see license plates from all over the United States here,
Yeah,
driving everywhere. I don't know what they're doing, speculating or what. Texas, California, everything. There's tons of people here, but there's a real bad housing shortage. And I don't know where they're making all their money because there's people living in tents and stuff too. Lots of people living in tents.
mostly in the big cities. Yeah, in places where it's too expensive to live. Places where it's controlled by Democrats and those that love them.
Well, we're not a big city. We're not a big city here. Kind of a moderate, small to
But
moderate
still,
city.
state capital kind of stuff for your state, you know.
Because we don't have a huge population here. We've only got about maybe 4 or 5 million in our whole state.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you think that prices are bad where you live? You check it out in Colonel Shaw. It's ridiculous. I bet it's really super ridiculous in the Netherlands.
Well,
It's, I know,
$500,000 for a little bungalow house. That's not high?
so I'm not saying it ain't.
Oh.
I'm just saying it's worse other places too. California, for God's sakes. You're talking about $1 million just to see a house.
Yeah, my sister lives there. She lives in Santa Cruz.
That's $1 million just for a little tiny house.
Well, she can't sell her house right now. She wants to sell her house and move here, and she can't because she won't get enough money out of her little house in Santa Cruz to buy something here because we've kind of peaked over California prices.
Oh wow!
And there's desirable and undesirable places to live here.
Right.
Very undesirable places.
All right, I grabbed the controller.
You got that controller. But you know what? I'm just anxious to see what Don gets for his place back in Maryland. I'm just thinking.
Mhm.
I mean, I've seen the satellite view of the property and stuff with the house and everything, and with an RV capable, support pad and all that shit. Yeah, that's
And then
huge. That's huge.
And then, yeah. Well, he should get a lot.
That's what I'm thinking. He should come out looking like Santa Claus on that one.
Yeah.
And just to think that he moved out west and got something a way lot better.
For a whole lot less. I think he paid like what, $350K to get that setup out there built.
Yeah, which is cheap compared to coming here and trying to buy a house. You won't find anything here for $350K unless it's on the bad side of the tracks where
You know, it's probably going to have graffiti all over it and everything. You know, it's just going to be drug house or something like that.
Well,
If
he
you
sells
can
that
find
house
one.
back in Maryland. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
For about the same price as what Don paid for what he's got down there in Nevada.
Right. But once he sells the house in Maryland, I bet you he has enough money to pay off the house where he just built.
But see, the big
Yeah.
tech jobs is why they're charging so much for it, and why people are moving here, because there's
Fire.
a lot of big tech jobs here.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, you've got that NSA place. A lot of people are working there. A huge high tech jobs. A lot of high tech jobs in pockets here. Everybody's moving here, so that's
Yeah.
brand new subdivisions because of it. There's been a lot of growth, and it will continue to grow as long as we don't get Democrats in here. Once the Democrats take root, people will leave. It always happens.
Well, it's all good. It's all government people coming in. So most of them are Democrats. Fire in the bowl, as Huckleberry called out. There you go. Gotta love it.
I guess I don't know then.
What? Don't know what?
Well, you said it's only Democrats that have the high tech jobs.
No, the government jobs. The government contracts and stuff like that. That's all going to be Democrat.
Yeah, the government ones. You're right. You're really right. Yes.
Like the NSA stuff is definitely Democrat stuff.
It is.
Google
But
is the other big employer up there with the brain tanks. Yep.
Oh, we've got Electronic Arts that make a lot of games and stuff.
Oh, they're nefarious, man. The games are just a front. Electronic Arts is into all the background on building the some of the characteristics for the AI. Nah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know about that, but I'm sure you're right.
Now you do.
No, I don't know. I used to work security at Electronic Arts.
Yep.
But I was just pointing out that a lot of those tech jobs like that are not government, there's a lot of them here. That's all I was pointing out.
Right.
And I don't know that they're all Democrats working for those kind of companies. Democrats love those government postal jobs and stuff like that because they're all union. You know, like the post office.
Right. Well, Electronic Arts had an art program long time ago, back in the 286 days. The 8086 and the 286 computer days, they had an art program called 3D Paint.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the shit, dude. You could do gradients and animate them. You know what I'm saying? You ended up with these avatars that at the time we were making avatars and stuff, and we'd use the 3D Paint to create them. And we could animate them. In fact, my GT logo for my you're scratching your mic against something. You're scratching the mic against something.
I just have a headset on. I don't have a mouthpiece or anything like that.
Okay, sounds like you're brushing the mic against some fabric or something. Wherever your mic is. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Is it still doing it?
No,
Is it still doing it?
no, it's not doing it now.
Oh. I was wearing my jacket. Maybe it was brushing
Yep,
up against
it was
my
the fabric,
collar on my
yeah.
jacket.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, that art program. My logo for my Greater Technologies and my website and stuff. Logo for my business was made in that, and I've been wanting to get back to that program, but it doesn't work on anything above 16. Yeah, it doesn't work on the computer platforms above 16-bit. Yeah. Colonel says the Balkan peace never was a real peace. It goes deep there.
He's exactly right.
I don't know anything about the Balkans.
Right. But that's doing it again.
It's my mic is?
Yeah. Bad.
Oh, okay. I'm not even wearing a shirt right now, so I don't know
Whatever the mic's
what's
brushing
rubbing
up against.
Yeah, it's one of those things that wraps around your neck, and then there's two little earbuds, and it's the only thing I've got. And
yeah,
if that's all I have, so I'll just turn it off.
Oh, just hang up the cord so it doesn't brush against your shirts.
I can't. It's a thing that wraps around my neck. I don't have a shirt on. I said, I don't even have a shirt. So I don't know where these noises. I don't hear them, but you do, and I'm just gonna get out of the chat. I just can't be in here.
No, hey, real quick, do you have a beard?
Yeah, I do.
That's it. My buddy has the same problem. He's got $300 Apple Pod ear deals, and because he's got a full beard for winter, that little scratching when he's just talking sounds like he's building a tunnel in his basement.
Oh,
guaranteed.
All right. Well, I know, and it's still annoying you guys. So I want to stop annoying you. I can't turn my mic on and off all the time because with this headset on, I have to go over to my phone and turn my mic off when I finish saying something.
Well,
so
what I'm saying is
I'm sorry. I'm
No.
really sorry.
We're trying to we're trying to come up with a solution, not trying to kick you out.
I can't solve it.
Well,
There's no solution.
The solution that he came up the solution he came up with was he just had to use his phone and just set it down and just talk into it, and not be careful not to speak too much, keep the volume down, and that's what he did, and it worked for him.
Right. Well, he was trying to get away from the phone because the phone, every time we talk, his phone puts out this chirp and digital noise, like it's not canceling out the speaker sound.
So I put on a Bluetooth headset,
and we're trying to get a solution here so he can.
The battery is almost dead, and so the Bluetooth is. I don't know why it's rubbing up against stuff. I can't solve the problem, so I am going to leave because I can't fix it. I already tried.
Are you going to be okay?
Yeah.
He kind of sounds a little bit dejected. I feel bad for him.
I actually kind of, I don't know. You guys are telling me that you're hearing noises, and I don't want to sit there and keep getting agitated because you keep telling me that, and I just can't measure up to what I have to do to be on this stream here because my phone is just a phone. It's not a fancy computer.
Right.
And it's running out my data. It's making my battery go dead in my headset. I put the headset on because the phone was chirping. So everything I've done so far has been a disaster.
Don't take it like that. It's just equipment you're working with. That's all.
I'm not taking it like anything. It's just the equipment that's agitating you guys, which is actually agitating me and making me sound like I'm just being an asshole.
No.
So I'm not going to be an
not at
asshole.
all.
No, you're not being an asshole at all. I didn't even notice it, to be honest.
I've
I didn't
been
even notice.
actually constantly every time I come up here for a long time was being told about this, and I would turn my mic on and off and stuff
Right.
like that. I can't do any more than what I'm doing. I
You're
just
doing
don't have the
fine.
equipment.
We're just
I'm a
letting you
broke
know.
ass motherfucker. I'm a broke ass motherfucker, and I ain't got money to buy the stuff that you guys have. Sorry.
No, it's not about that
It's
either.
not about that, brother.
You're taking offense where there's none to give.
I
I'm not
promise you. I
offended.
promise you. There's nothing that I own that's nicer than what you own. I promise you.
I'm lucky
Well,
my
yeah.
fucking laptop's got a mic.
I'm constantly
what
being
whiz?
told.
Mine is too.
Right.
It's doing all kinds of stuff that I have no control over, and I'm being told all the time to turn off my mic, do this stuff, and it's just not working out. It's just not working out. I've
Fire
been
the
trying.
ball and you'll be better.
If you try maybe reset, and I don't know, maybe just I just hope he's okay.
He'll be okay.
He was on edge a little too because he's got the problems, and they had a bunch of fireworks show go off on him. He wasn't prepared for and stuff.
Yeah, I can only imagine, man.
Yeah, so he's been a little tense.
That's the first thing I heard whenever I got into the chat was when I actually started hearing sound was, I'm not even wearing a shirt. I'm like, I should just back out right now.
Well, that's usually
I should have just turned about face and went over and watched, Otters play or something on YouTube.
Well, I'm used to the ones that they have either they have a boom mic on them or they have a cord. The mic's on a little dongle on the cord. You know what I'm saying? And that's usually where they have them. And then all you got to do is just pick it up and hold it, so that you can talk, but keep it up off the shirt. You know what I'm saying? That kind of thing.
My buddy has I think they're the ones you put straight in your ear, right? Oh, those iBuds or whatever. I can't afford them. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, those things like that. Yeah.
But he's got a beard. He's got a beard like Canute. So when it hangs down, the part that's in there is actually in his beard.
Right.
And so if he moves his shoulder, he's a big guy. So anytime he moves, his beard moves. He's a 300-pound, 325-pound man. So he can't do it at all.
But anyway, we were talking about that art program, but the art program is badass. And I have used Dreamweaver and Fireworks, and it's all part of CS Studio now, which costs $1,000 to touch it. You know what I'm saying? I could get hacks, but they just don't have all the program access, and everything's online now. All your design studio set libraries are in the cloud. You know what I'm saying? So there's a real pain in the ass not to have access to those and using those programs, but I was using that to make a bunch of graphics, and it's badass. I also use Paint Shop Pro, and Paint Shop Pro's got a little compendium in there. It's called Pro, and it writes GIFs, right? So I got motion stuff. Let me show you something. I don't know if I've ever showed this to you guys. Hold on a second. Let's see. Get it here. No, I don't have it. I'll have to go into a new tab. I can't believe I don't have this shortcutted. My own damn website. make a shortcut now. All right. But let me. Open a new window. And. Oh, damn. Yes. Here's a website I didn't show you before. Let me go in here, share screen. Check this out.
Good call, Carnivore. Yeah, you're right.
All right. This is. Whoa, what happened to it? Where'd it go?
Hold on, I'm
It's
looking at
gone.
what they're doing. I'm watching the employees.
Wizards only fans.
Okay, this is my website, Greater Technologies. And I've got all these designs I've put together in the past. This is all like 15 years old, guys.
I'm going to pause for a second with you. Hold on.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I did all these over here. I did all the graphics and everything on these. This is all handwritten HTML kind of stuff.
Looks like an old Angel Fire site.
Right. That's kind of what
I miss websites like that.
You guys should check out citybizdirectory.com. The first original
I'm sorry, I actually built this stuff myself.
Oh, no, that's what I said. I'm listening. I'm here, so you know. I'm going to mute myself, but I'm listening. Okay.
Oh, okay. Good deal. But yeah, I mean, this one used to have a that was one that had a flash. This all was flash done. It was badass.
Yep. And no more flash.
Yeah, flash is no more. But this is some of the stuff I've done in the past. You know.
Yep. I've been on the site before.
Yeah. But the one I wanted to show you isn't even in this set. It's this one. This out. See these? This was the website I built for us for our guild in World of Warcraft.
Mm-hmm.
And this is some screenshots of the world and all that stuff. But the guild info. Oops. Whoa. Go back. No. The dead site. Don't go there. Damn it. But all these graphics in here. Shit. Oh, it finally came through. Damn it. Leave me alone. Man. But yeah, I was doing that kind of stuff. Let's see. There's the membership application. Where's our member list? Oh, wow. But But anyway, oh, here it is up here. Oh, that's no more. Okay, no. But anyway, that was one of the sites we had. Thanks. But yeah, what I was looking at is this animation right here. I created all these graphics, and I can make just about anything between Paint Shop Pro and Animation Pro. There's just some of the stuff that I liked in the CS Studio, you know. But Shadow Man, what other can it be? The AVI? Can they be transferred over to AVI? Moon Knights was a guild on World of Warcraft. It was on the Yanni server. And yeah, I played World of Warcraft for 10 years. I was a guild master. We became the largest guild on the server. Then I turned the reins over to somebody who wanted the headache after 10 years. Yeah, my name on World of Warcraft was the creator. And I only chose that name because I wanted this, because when you make something in World of Warcraft, it says made by, and then the character's name. I was being an ass, sarcastic, and I just wanted to made by the creator. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to be omnipotent, you know what I'm saying, or something. But I did have a badass mage, and I was a force to be messed with, not to be taken lightly.
I did Warcraft for about a year, and I got bored with it.
Yeah.
And it took up too much of my time.
Right, it did take up a lot of time. But get this, my warlock's name was Dark Insider.
I don't even remember any of my names.
Right.
Yeah, I got started with it when they released that the Lich King expansion for it, and I just was using Steam online on my laptop.
Right.
Kind of a crappy Wi-Fi connection, so it wasn't always the greatest.
Well, I got sucked in. Yeah, I kind of got suckered into it because I was into writing virtual reality.
Yeah.
And I bought World of Warcraft for my son. He wanted it, and I was like, because I wasn't going to play these RPGs and these role character games because they took too much time.
Yeah.
And I bought the game for him. We loaded it for Christmas. And he loaded it up and he started messing with it after Christmas. He's like, Dad, you got to check this out. And he got me to load it on my computer. And I started playing. And I was like amazed at what they had done with the wireframing. The virtual reality in there is very well done.
Yeah, it was
the interactivity. Yeah, the interactivity, the bitware, the contiguous mapping. That's all the kind of stuff that I was looking at. You know what I'm saying? Besides, I was a big Dungeons and Dragons nut. And they put it in virtual programming. And I was like, and I got suckered in. Next thing you know, I had to buy another game so my boy could play. He's like, you took my game. Oh, man. It was funny. But it does take a lot of time, a lot of time, and I ain't got time for that no more. I need to do things in the real world.
If I had time, there's a few games that I would like to play if I had time. A couple of them are kind of like those horror survival type games where like you're stranded and you gotta make all your and collect all your resources and build weapons, grow food, fight off like mutants on the other side of the island and shit like that.
Right. But I don't know. I was big into StarCraft. I like the strategy games and the first-person shooters. You know what I'm saying? That's how we got started out.
I love the old Red Alert games.
Oh yes, Red Alert. I love.
Then there was a Dune game that came out that was on the same real-time strategy.
Dune
I
2000.
loved it. Great game. And I love those. But I found myself playing them for 10, 15 hours a day.
Yeah.
So I really can't. I got to be really careful when I play video games because I'm a guy that will lose his job, his house, his car. I don't have to do a drug to be addicted to something. And if it's a really good game, I'll follow into it.
Well, I made it my business. That Cyberfest site that I was the game club. I was putting on these events, 200, 100, 200 people at a time that would come in and come to our events. I had sponsors, everything from Intel to Kensington. Remember the Kensington line of stuff? They would send us stuff.
I used to buy Kingston RAM.
Yeah, Kingston and Razor. Razor was a sponsor of us. They'd send us mice all the time. We had local food places was Papa John's and Pizza Hut tried to get our business, and Papa John's turned around and made us a better deal. I was like, Pizza Hut tried to call me, tried to steal me away. He goes, "What'd they offer you?" And I told him, he's like, "Well, we'll beat it by $1 a pie." I was like, "You got it, rock on," because we were like the second largest customer of the entire store.
Awesome.
The only guy that beat us out was a guy that orders pizza twice a day, every day.
Ew.
For just himself?
Yeah, that's all he eats, pizza. He says, I talked to the manager. We'd invite the manager to our gaming events and stuff like that because we had everything laid out in black lights and it looked like Tron World in there, you know what I'm saying, at our events. And but we had Info Games as a sponsor. Blizzard, we wrote map packs, the original competition map packs for StarCraft.
Wow.
Right? I had crews, I had server masters, we had art makers, we had programmers, we had code writers, we had basics guys that could go in and compile C++, and I was into that. I was writing 3DML. I got started writing 3DML and realized I could make the flip to virtual reality, and I did until Ohio shut down their fucking servers to outsiders because I was doing more and better stuff than they were, and they just blocked me completely the fuck out.
White devils.
Yeah, it was kind of stupid shit. They wanted you to pay $1,500 for access, and I was like, "Fuck you." But yeah, I built a whole section in their little virtual reality world. I ended up creating new space, and then that's where everybody was going. And they realized I wasn't part of the university system, and they kicked me the fuck out. So, yeah, I've done some really cool shit and with that stuff. That was part of my job, though. So knowing these games inside and out and their interactions between the individual pieces and the wireframing and the logic and what I'm saying, for the individual piece, what I'm saying, the individual item, whether it be a person or a vehicle or a gun or what I'm saying, that kind of stuff. And giving it behaviors and stuff. I was doing that kind of stuff in 3DML even. And then I started combining different. I was combining animation, GIF, and into their code. Nobody had done that yet, and I started doing it. And I was animating areas, and it was like, what the hell? And then I started writing menu script into it out of Java. I started inserting menu script into the code and turned it into a store and got the attention of yellowpages.com. They had us come down to do a introduction to build a virtual town for them where people can go into their town, walk down the street on the browser. They didn't even have to download any special connection set. They could go into their browser and virtually walk down the town if they give us the money to write the code and to capture image, build it, in virtual. And it didn't come through. They tried to sidestep me and couldn't do it, and they failed. Because nobody else knew what I was doing and how to do it. And they didn't want to pay me, so I didn't do it. But yeah, I still got all that code as well. I think it's up on greatertech.com even. But I don't have the interfaces anymore, and I don't have all of the stuff. I've still got my design computers, but I don't really have the power or the time to mess with it and get back into it. I don't want to be in their world.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to build my own network here internally, protected, unconnected. You know what I'm saying? And then wire it out throughout the valley. Everybody gets a link to the cabin. You know what I'm saying? We'll have our own internal network communication systems. I know how to build all that. But I have to build the power systems first. And that takes a little time. Not so much a lot of money because I know I can utilize my environment. A little bit of equipment, but I got most of that sitting in boxes waiting to be built. Hell, I got a whole computer repair store in my container. No shit. I got a 40-foot storage container. And it's damn stuffed full.
Yep. You still got a lot of fireworks left, dude.
Yeah, I do too. Mostly rockets, though. We blew off most all the leftovers.
Oh,
It's mostly just.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we went kind of haywire on that. Yeah, the finale on the 4th of July was cool as fuck.
Right. Yeah. And we didn't get into. Yeah, yeah, it was pretty badass. But wait till you see what if we ever get, if next year is like I think it's going to be, and hope it will be, we can put off 10 times that size Yeah. Just need a few people to come down and help fire it off. You know what I'm saying? But I have a feeling that's not going to be too much of a problem next year, especially Hammer. And because me and Hammer were the ones that did the Cyberfest stuff. He helped me with a lot of the logistics and setting stuff up and getting materials and leftover equipment from Sega. Yeah. That Events Direct place that I said I had the flash file for, that was the place that he worked. And he had access to all the leftover Bacardi tricks and the little cool shit like the glow in the dark sticks and drink ice cubes and shit like that. So we can walk around and put shit like that in people's drinks. And Balls Drinks was one of our sponsors. I bought a pallet of there was a time I had a lot of money and I had a very active life. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't always building a farm in the middle of Missouri. Like I said, I did have that kind of world.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna share the other bit of weird news today. You know that we want to sell our farm, but
Right.
it's being held up because of the probate on my father's estate.
Really?
And oh yeah, this has been going on for like a year and a half now. Like,
So why is it being held up? Who's contesting the will?
Well, no. It's what it is. My sister hired the lawyer to handle the probate, and the lawyer hasn't gotten back to us anything at all for the whole past year or so. And all she says is, it's tied up in the court process. And it kind of makes sense because, the courts are overstuffed right now and they're understaffed because, COVID and everything.
Oh,
So during this whole time, my aunt next door is like bugging me like every couple of weeks. She sends me dirty texts. What the fuck's up with the probate? And it's the same thing I tell her. It's like, Kat, talk to her. She said it's tied up in court. Well, my sister called the lawyer up again for an update and finally got kind of a square answer. The reason it's being held up, and this is kind of like vindication for me and my sister, because my aunt's been insinuating this whole time that the reason it's being held up is something to do with us and the lawyer. Well, it turns out, okay, on the other side of my aunt's house, my cousin bought a parcel of land there about 8 years ago and built her own house. The whole reason this is all tied up is because of a paperwork problem that the home builder or the real estate agent fucked up on, and it has to do with the exact boundaries of the properties. Someone on that end fucked it up. It has nothing to do with me and my sister, so like we kind of sighed a little bit of relief and told my aunt to go eat some crow. But it may end up turning out where they might finalize this if the lawyer can shuffle some paperwork, but it won't take effect until after New Year's. The only other way to go if that doesn't work is we're going to have to resurvey our property, and that's expensive. Having a survey team out.
It's about $1,700. It would be $1,700 for us to have the acreage.
It'll be double that here.
You think so?
It's Ohio. Everything's more expensive here than it is in Missouri.
But yeah, I mean, that's going to be, if you have to have it resurveyed, then you get it done.
And, it's not like some small plot of land. It's 33 acres. So
right. I know what you're talking about.
So yeah, I got that to look forward to, but at least we know it's not our fault.
But it probably wouldn't be about $1,500 for you.
Well, my sister's looking into it, so
Well, sounds like, you know, yeah. I tell you what, after going through the shit with my dad, he had a will. My uncle contested it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So he ended up ripping us off pretty hard.
Yeah.
But we did end up with the land and the vehicles. That's it. All the insurance and all the silver, all the gold, all the precious metals and the weapons. He took all that shit. About $80,000 worth of stuff he stole. So, but I hope he chokes on it.
Karma.
Yep, that's some big ass, badass, ugly ass karma coming his way. I hope he lives a long time in misery. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh.
That's not including the properties down in Tennessee, our family holdings in Tennessee. Yeah,
That's good.
yeah, that's all. Fuck him.
Yeah, and then I guess on top of all this, like 2 weeks ago, my aunt sent me this text where she said, because this is the time of year when we get our annual insurance, the farm insurance policy update, and
Right.
cut them a check for next year. And she's like, we got to talk because I just got notice from the farm insurance company that they want to drop our account. And they wouldn't explain why. And like 2 days after she told me this, I got a statement because I'm the primary, name holder for the policy. She's just an add-on. And there was absolutely nothing in 10 pages about them suspending us or dropping our account or anything like that. So I'm like, I think my aunt's just getting a little paranoid, thinking that if, we don't come up with our share of the upcoming payment, that they're going to cancel. And turns out that it has to do with the whole fact that the farm's still in probate after so much time, that they actually feel very iffy about renewing our policy. I found that out today too. And my sister's already shopping around for, she got a quote from an independent insurer.
Yeah, they won't let you insure a property you don't own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it makes sense from their side, I suppose. But I don't know. We'll deal with that next week. It's not like I can't pay my share of it. I can pull that out of the bank tomorrow if I want.
Right.
Yeah, my aunt's a psychotic, power hungry, wants to be in control of everything kind of person.
Democrat.
And she's not in control of anything anymore. So, no, she's actually Republican.
Oh, really?
That doesn't make sense to me, but that's how it is.
Right.
Well, she's lived for 40 years having control of my grandfather and my father.
Oh, really?
Because she's the older. Yeah, she's older than my father was. So she controlled the estate up until my dad died. Now she's dealing with me and my sister. She don't like it.
Right.
And her adopted daughter, my cousin, who built that house on the other side of her house, she finally got totally fed up with her power trips and everything, trying to control her life. She moved out. She built a new house on the other end of the city and moved out there earlier this spring. And
to get out from underneath her.
Yep. Start fresh, and that blew my aunt away. But my aunt said some really nasty shit to her, so I can't blame her for it. So,
right.
Huckleberry's hitting the sack. And I'm going to have to take off here. Actually,
me too.
To pull my dinner out of the oven.
Oh, okay. Are you coming back? You want me just
Nah. After I eat, I'm going to crash.
All right, because I'm on generator time, and it's my midnight hour. So
Yeah.
time for pie. Time for pie.
Well, I'm
Yep.
gonna get off, guys.
Turn the bowl for
Didn't
y'all.
say
No,
much,
don't
but
go. It's time for pie.
no, I can't watch you eat pie, man. I'm putting on 3 pounds a night just watching you eat. I gotta go. Love you guys.
Wear
Peace and love.
sunglasses. Will cut it in half.
Rock on.
Well, all right. I'm taking off. Good night, folks.
Dream well, Patriot. Dave, tell me you're there, man. Hmm. Hmm. Cherry pie. Hmm. Hmm. I love these pies. Colonel Shaw, God bless you. You have a wonderful day. Huckleberry, sweet dreams. Babe. Shadow Man, thanks for hanging out, brother. Ghost, love you, bud. Thanks for putting up with us. And all the rest of you guys, God bless you, each and every one. And I don't know who all's watching, but we're glad you're here. And we appreciate you. And we love you and we pray for you. God bless you and keep you safe. Dream well, Patriots, because we're going to win this shit. But we're going to have to go through hell to get to heaven. So just remember that too and be prepared. Have faith. And I'll see you tomorrow.